So I have to go to Cebu to get my Immigration Clearance Certificate before I can leave the Philippines to go back to America on vacation. So me and Ann are on the ferry from Depalog to Cebu. It's going to take us 12 hours to get there. We were supposed to leave at 7 o'clock tonight, but because of low tide, they sent us a message that the ship will be leaving at 6 p.m. tonight. The time right now is 5:15, May 12th. So once we get there, we get there at 7 or probably now 6 in the morning. Have to go wait for immigration to open, file the paperwork. I got to give them a bunch of copies of stuff. I'll fill you in on that later, how that process goes. And then they say it'll take 3 days to process, so we should be in Cebu about 3 days. Be back here hopefully the 15th, I think.
Yes, maybe 15.
So right now we're just kind of waiting. I'll give you a little view of kind of what our ferry looks like. Our ferry is named the Lady of Joy, and across from us we got the Lady of Perpetual Help. They are loading trucks and everything on board at the moment. You can see they're backing them in. Ann did ask about taking our truck with us, and the guy told her he believed it was about 5,000 pesos.
What 5,000?
To bring the truck?
No, 10,000.
10,000. So that's about $200 US to bring our truck with us. So we're just gonna get to Cebu and use taxis. The ferry trip was about 1,300 each, which is $26 basically. If you divide the exchange rate by 50 pesos per dollar. But right now we're getting about 57 pesos per dollar, so a little bit better. So that's all for now. I'll see you in the next segment. So it is 6 a.m. May 13th, and we are now in Cebu. Just got off the ferry, and we're trying to decide if we should head straight to the mall or where, because the mall isn't open yet, but that's where immigration is, so that's where we need to go, I guess. It was a 12-hour trip. We had bunks in tourist section, which is air conditioning. Also on that ship you can get, I guess they call it economy class, non-air conditioning. It could get pretty hot, but it wasn't too bad last night. Just as we was coming in, got to see a beautiful sunrise. I didn't get it on camera, but when we got up, his sun was just coming up. So we're gonna head to the mall, I guess, eh?
Mall?
I guess, I don't know. Where do you want to go? 6:12. So we made it to G Mall. Is about right now it's 6:38. The mall doesn't open until 9 o'clock. So we're gonna go to get something to breakfast, I guess. The guard told us that there was a restaurant up here somewhere. It's open. We could go have a bite to eat and waste a little time till the mall opens. Hello, pretty lady. Huh? Now this is a new mall
Morning.
just opened.
O, saan oras?
Morning, sir.
Saan oras din open? Maybe ang mall. Wala din snakan ka na lang tulog. Pwede magsayo. Pwede.
Wala pa man ang kuan mo mang sinakan nga iba ra po nga ako mo.
Ay, pwede ako.
Tanhana lang inyong kuan mo man.
Immigration mo dito. Ha?
Wala pa.
Sigado pa?
Dire sa kuan magulo na kananan dia. Oh, pataksi na lang mo. Oh, taksi ka mo ito ay. Magulo ba? Restaurant mo na dia, restaurant.
9 o'clock. What? Start your time.
6:30, 6:40.
Ulo?
Gusto niyo kumana ano?
Isa sa mga baby.
Ako mga Jollibee dia ma'am.
Jollibee yan. Okay. Kanan ba?
Ako pa na eskwelahan ba? Eskwelahan. Kami dili, asbang dito. Jollibee ra man na ano? Ano man Jollibee dito? Oh. Right, kasi. Pura sa Jollibee ni ma'am. Ya, pwede mo mo ari din mga masubsidi siya para nga.
We gonna take a taxi? Okay, I guess we're taking a taxi to the restaurant. So we made it to Jollibee's, what I like to call the Dollar General of the Philippines, because they are everywhere. Ann is having the chicken and rice, and I'm having egg with hot dog and rice. Total of 224 pesos, which is a little over $4 US. So today is Thursday, May 16th. I arrived at the immigration office on Monday and got there, and I had to fill out my application. Went to the ECC window, handed them the paperwork, sat there for a while. Then they sent me to the ACR card window, went there, handed them my paperwork and passport, sat there for a while. They finally called me back, took a picture of me, took my fingerprints on an electronic device, and put a little piece of paper in my passport, sent me back to ECC window, went there, handed them the stuff. Then they sent me to, I think they sent me to another window. I'm not, can't remember for sure. And then from that window they sent me to payment window and said, wait there, somebody will call your name. So I sat there for a little while. They called me up and paid 500 pesos for express line fee. Then they sent me back to the ECC window where they gave me a little slip like this, told me to come back on the 16th at 3 p.m. So today at 3 p.m. I got to go back to finish the process. Now, I've watched other videos where they require copies of certain paperwork, and I was prepared. I took all that with me. I bought 5 of these. They're 2x2 pictures. You have to have white background, no glasses, no hat. They've taken 3 of those so far. They also took a copy of my latest visa extension, and so far that's all they'd asked me for. They did keep my passport there, so hopefully today I get that back. And from what other foreigners have told me, you need copies of other documents, which I did make before I came, and I have them here. A copy of the bio page of my passport, a copy with the page with the last stamp when I entered the Philippines, front and back of my ACRI card, and a copy of my plane ticket itinerary. And so far that's all the paperwork I've given them. I'll see if they're asked for the rest of this paperwork today. So that's been the process so far. We got there at 9 o'clock when they opened up, and there was a lot of people in line. We got out of there at 11:30. So today we're supposed to be there at 3 and see how long that takes. Then I'll update the rest of the process. Me and Ann rented this condo for 3 nights. So we have to be out here by 11 o'clock. We're going to probably go wander around the mall where the immigration office is until my appointment time. Then we got to catch a ferry back to Dipolog, or actually we're going to have to go to Dipitan because the ferry from Dipolog does not run today. So we'll go to Dipitan and then probably take a trike or something to where our vehicle is parked in Dipolog. So I'll update you on the next section. So after all day waiting in the mall, after we checked out of the hotel, we had to check out at 11. My appointment was at 3. Went into immigration at about 10 till and went up to the ECC window and handed them the little slip that they give me with my appointment, and they said go to the next window, the releasing window. So I went there, gave the guy, and he said ECC, and I said yes, and he looked up, found my passport and everything, and gave me my Immigration Clearance Certificate. I asked him how much do I need to go to the clerk to pay. He said no. He said next stop's the airport. So the only thing I've paid so far is 500 peso express lane fee. That's what the receipt right here says, express lane fee, 500 pesos. So maybe when I get to the airport to leave, they may charge me there. I don't know. I have heard sometimes if you're leaving the Philippines, you've been here a long time, they do have a tax or a charge. I can't remember what it's called, but we'll see if that happens or not. If it, I'll update when I get back to America and let you know. But everything I seen, even on the immigration website, said it was 1,200 and some odd pesos, not including the express lane fee. So I was really surprised. They never did ask for the copy of the ICR card front and back. They never asked for a copy of my passport, the bio page, and the last entry date. They only took 3 of the 4 pictures, or 5 pictures that I had. They only took 3 of those. So it was a lot different than what everybody else has explained, and a lot different than what the immigration website tells you. Maybe they've changed their policy, and the everything went pretty smooth. There's a total of about 2.5 hours the first day and 10 minutes yesterday when I got my ECC. The hardest part about the whole thing was just waiting on the trip home. We had the ferry didn't leave till 9 o'clock last night. I was done by 3 o'clock. I think it was like 2 after 3. I looked at my watch when I came out of immigration. So we later, sit around the mall, walk around a little bit, sit around a while, eat something. Ended up going to the ferry at 6 o'clock, I believe, 6:30. We left the mall, went to catch the ferry, and it left about 10 after 9. And it arrived in Depotan at 7:30 to 6:30 this morning, or 6 o'clock actually, because it was earlier than I expected. Usually it's a 10-hour ride. This was about 9-hour ride. Took a trike to Depolog where the truck was parked, got in the truck, drove home, and we was home about noon today. So that was my experience getting the Immigration Clearance Certificate. Let me know if yours is different, if you have to go through this, or if you have any questions, let me know, and I can let you know what the process is supposed to be like, what it's been for other people, and what my experience has been. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.